Hi, welcome back to the shed for the 17th and final episode of the Jurgs cup build, and I think you can work out what happens. Okay, so in the last episode we got a lot of the work on the body done, and that's pretty much ready to go now. And to finish this off, we just need to do some stuff to the neck. The main thing we need to do is to level, crown and polish these frets. The fret ends are quite sharp as well, so they need a little bit of work. We need to make a nut for it, and then we can start assembling this thing. Now this one is going to be slightly more complicated than normal because I don't have a notch straight edge for a base neck, and definitely not one for a 30-inch scale length like this one. So I've had to straighten the neck as best I can just using a level to make sure it's straight to the top of the frets. So now I'm just going to quickly mask this off and level the frets down as best I can in that situation. I'm hoping there won't be a lot to take off because these are kind of like a vintage size fret, so there isn't a lot of meat to start with. So I'll mask this up off camera and get us prepared, and then we'll get back to it once that's done. Okay, so that's the neck masked up and some black marker put over all the frets, and I've just got a sanding beam here. I've got some 220 and some 320 sandpaper on there, and literally just going to work my way down the board and take off the high spots. And this is actually going down quite nicely. I'm not pressing on too hard. Because what can happen is if you do push too hard, you'll actually deflect the neck. So I'll just continue with that until I get it somewhere near. I'll flip over onto the 320 just to take out the worst of the scratches, and we can start to recrown these. Okay, so that's all of those frets polished up now, looking really, really nice. So just going to slowly work my way through and get all this masking tape off, which might not be as easy as it sounds, bearing in mind it's on fresh lacquer. So I will turn the cameras off and do that off camera and get back to you when I've done it. And one last little job that we need to do before we can get this onto the guitar, and that is something I've been waiting to do for a very long time, and that's just to see what this fretboard looks like with a bit of oil on it. And I think it looks lush. I really quite like the colour, and as it stands you can still see the figure in the wood quite well as well. So I'll just let that soak in for a few minutes, give it a wipe off, and we can get the neck installed. Okay, so next up is we need to get this nut cut suitably. However, I can't really do that at the moment because we've got a little bit of an issue with this bottom E string that we found out last time, and that is that it won't sit in the saddle, and we need to kind of open that saddle slot out a bit. So we'll go down the other end and we'll get that sorted out before we sort this nut out. Okay, so I've just put some starter notches in there and they all seem to be spaced fairly evenly, which is good. Now my normal nut files are going to do for most of the strings. It's only these two top ones that are bigger than the files I've got. However, I have bought in a set of these cheap base nut files and I'm sure they will do just fine. So I'm going to start with this end and see how we get on. Okay, so that's the nut slots all cut. Obviously this nut is a way off finished yet, so I'm just going to mark up roughly where it needs to end. And I need to take quite a bit off the top as well, just to kind of get these slots down to a more manageable size. So I'll whip this off. I'll do this off camera because it's nothing we haven't seen before, and I'll join you back when this is all done. And there it is, all put together and strung up and in tune, and it all seems to be working very nicely. I haven't really done a huge amount of setting up work on it, but it seems to be playing okay, so that's the main thing. The nut is still a bit rough and ready. That's going to take a little bit more work in a few days time once I've got this demo and everything out of the way. So I'll take 5 minutes, I'll get everything cleared up and we can have a listen and see what it sounds like. Okay, so time to test this out, and I've got it running through the little Fender Mustang Micro straight into my laptop to record the audio. I think that's probably the better way to do it. I don't really have a bass amp, so that's probably the best solution. So I'll just give you some quick tones. This is on the bridge pickup, tone on full. Still does the bass thing. This is the neck pickup. And this is the middle position. And just take a little bit of the tone off. Now, the strings are very tightly spaced, and the one thing I knew was going to happen is that these pickups aren't F spaced. They're kind of Gibson spacing, which is slightly different from the Fender. So the pole pieces don't fall directly under the strings on all occasions. Don't think that's made much difference, to be honest. The pickups could probably do with coming up a little bit, but that's something we can address once we set this up properly. It's had very little setup, to be honest. I just kind of cut the nut and it seemed to be where we needed it. Intonation seems fine. I've only had this in my hands for kind of an hour or so since I got it back together, Never really played one before, got no real idea how to play it, but I'll just try and rattle out a bit of something for you. And I'll be honest, with a neck this size and 6 strings, I'm just automatically wanting to play chords on it. But it works. A little bit hard on your fingers though, you have to push down a lot harder than you normally might. I think for me the tones that really seem to work is just like kind of doing stuff a little bit further up the neck against an open string. And I think all in all, that's turned out really well. I'm very, very happy with it. Obviously, we need to do a little bit more work some point in the future to get the finish up to the standard that I would like. And it could probably do with a little bit of setting up work. But to be honest, it hasn't settled down yet. So there's going to be a little bit of movement, I would have thought, in the next couple of weeks. All in all, I'm very happy with it. Visually, I think it looks really great. To say it's made out of an old piece of rafter, that's worked out really, really well. And I think the back's got a kind of a rustic feel to it as well. So there it is, my entry to the Jurgs Cup completed, on time for once, and another major project chalked off from the Shed of Dreams, which means we're going to have a new project. But I'm going to take a few days off, I think, so I'll be back in a week or so's time when we can have a look at what's coming up next. Until then, don't forget to hit like if you've enjoyed this, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.